Which subtitling tool is my favorite? Coming up. Hello and welcome back to the Freelanceverse. Thanks for coming back to the channel once again. I hope you're all doing well. If you have been following my channel for a while, you would know that subtitling is one of my favorite services that I offer as part of my language business. Over the last 8-9 years that I'm doing this now, I've come across many subtitling tools, some very good, some less good, some very bad, to be honest. And I thought it could be fun to make a tier list. I created a tier list here on the screen of the top 10 most popular subtitling tools. I will rank them based on my opinion, how I rate them from A tier to E tier. And I thought it could be fun for you guys to see a bit how I see these tools. I'm gonna look at prices, at user interface, at user friendliness, etc. Of course, take all my input with a grain of salt. You should always do your own research, and I'm gonna link all the tools down below in the description, so you can try them out on your own and make your own decision. So let's head over to the screen and do the tier list. All right, you should see my screen, you should see myself as well. I made a tier list here, A to E, with the 10 most popular subtitling tools. So let's start right away with the number 1. It's called Amara. I'm working with Amara for one client, and it's web-based, so it's browser-based, which is super cool because you don't need to install the big program. And also the client can give you a license. So I actually never had to pay for it. They can grant you a license for a specific project. I usually get small YouTube videos that I do in Amara, and it's quite practical, it's quite user-friendly, I enjoy it. I read that it has a free plan, it's a basic plan, and then you can have a paid version that starts at $10 per month, but it's mostly used for enterprises, so it's a good thing if you work with a team because it's very collaboration friendly. Me on the user side, not on the production side, I actually really like it, and I would put it in B. It's quite friendly. The way it suggests or the way it shows when a subtitle is too long, it gives you a little exclamation mark. You have to change something up. I like the player. The video is on top. You write below it. It's a good tool. I like it. I wouldn't use it as my primary tool because it's browser-based, and if you want to actually work on it on your own, you have to buy a subscription, but it's a good tool. Next up is Zubtitle with a Z, and that is quite a new tool. I've actually never worked with it on my own or personally, but I now looked it up how it works, and it's apparently designed for social media. So for any creators out there, or for creative agencies, this could be very useful because it has different style that work very well on social media. Fast attention-seeking subtitles. And it has branding tools implemented that you can use to build a brand for yourself, which is really cool. Apparently there is a free version that's quite limited. So if you want the paid version, it starts at $19 a month. The free version is quite limited, and the paid version then is too much for what it offers, apparently. So as I said, I've never used it, but it's optimized for social videos, stylish caption designs. The only downside is the price, and it lacks some export flexibility. So based on that, I would put it in D. Next up is Caption Hub. That's actually coming up more and more. A few of my clients recently switched to Caption Hub. When I first was introduced to it, I was not the biggest fan because it's quite hard to navigate sometimes, especially the timeline down at the bottom. It was hard to navigate. I would always fall back to where I started, or it's hard to grab a subtitle and drag it. So it was not very user friendly. So that's definitely negative points. I like the UI. It looks cool. It's nice and a nice overview. You have the video you can switch where you want the video, but I have it on the left and I write the subtitles on the right. It gives you a nice indication right next to the text, which line has how many characters, so you know how long it should be, and so you know when the subtitle is too long and when you need to shorten it. It's cloud-based. It has a lot of AI implementation. A lot of automation is happening. It's more for teams, for corporation. Also, the pricing model is enterprise-based, so it's not really for a freelancer. Most likely, you would encounter this as as a like on the production side, as I said before with Amara. They give you a license, you can use it, you can log in with their credentials, work on it, and then log out again. So I've never paid for Caption Hub, but I've worked on it extensively, but always through a login from a client. It supports over 100 languages. It's great for collaboration. I don't really like the user friendliness. It's okay to work with, not my favorite. I will put it in C. Next up is Kapwing. Kapwing is again a tool similar to Subtitle that is aimed at social media, at content creators. It's great at branding, automatic subtitles, visual design, visual collaborations. It's amazing. It even has a video editor included, so it can really be a full package for a content creator that wants to, distribute their content to international audiences. What I don't really like is that the free version is watermarked. So if you want the Kapwing logo disappear, then you have to pay for it. And the price, let me check, starts at $16 a month. So again, quite pricey for what it is. But then at least you have a full video editor included, which you don't have in Subtitle, at least as I'm aware. It has a very clean UI. But again, limited expert flexibility, same as Subtitles. So for me, these are very similar, interchangeable. I wouldn't know which one to choose. They are not made for the subtitles that I'm using. Like they're made for distribution, for numbers, right? You want to capture people's attention. They're not made for actual subtitles in movies or in feature films, in advertisements, etc. So for me, I would not use them. That's why they go in the D. Next up, we have Oona. Oona is getting very popular. A lot of people are using it. It's cool. It's actually a full suite of products that have to do with transcription, with subtitling, etc. It is nowadays used widely in broadcast and media landscapes. I've seen it in a lot of places showing up, also at conferences. I see the logo, and I see the market present. You can feel that they are growing and that it's a nice company. I work for 2 clients with Oona, both agency clients. So they, again, I'm the production person. They have the license. They grant me the login for a specific project, and then the license goes away, right? So I don't pay for it. The pricing is on request. It's apparently I asked, in some forums what the pricing reviews are, and apparently the pricing is not transparent at all, which is not a good sign. I don't know. I have never bought it, but apparently it's on request, and you don't really know what the pricing will look like. It's definitely an overkill for casual users or for freelancers. You don't need to buy Oona. But it's great that you know how it works, because a lot of clients have it and they can grant you one license. I like working with it. It's intuitive. It looks professional. It looks almost a bit too complex sometimes. I don't use half of the functionalities that are in there. So, but it's cool. I like it. For me, it's on the same level as Caption Hub. So it would be a C. Next up is Subtitle Edit. If you know my channel, you know where this goes. Straight into the A tier. This is by far my favorite tool. I use it on a daily basis. It's free to use. It's made by a Danish company. It supports like over 250 plus file formats, which is insane. It looks very clean, very professional. It has all you need. I don't know how this tool is free. Honestly, it has even too many functions. Like, it's sometimes a bit overwhelming, but I've gotten so used to it now. Also with the shortcuts, I barely use the mouse when I work with Subtitle Edit. I have exactly my shortcuts down with the space bar, with the forward, backward, one frame. So I backwards. I really like it. The only downside I see is that it might seem a bit too overwhelming for new users, like to learn. It can be like the learning curve is maybe a bit steep, right? So in the beginning it will be hard. You might lose a bit of time when you're working, but it's great. I would definitely stick to it. It's the one I recommend to everyone that wants to get into it, because it's not only free, but it's also, in my opinion, the best. Next up is Subtitle Workshop, which is actually very similar to Subtitle Edit. In fact, when I was at university, and my first ever experience with subtitling was in Subtitle Workshop, so I have kind of a nostalgic feeling about it. It's cool. I like it. I haven't used it ever since, but I just looked it up now, and it still looks relatively similar. Again, it might have some the steep learning curve in the beginning, like Subtitle Edit, because it has similar functionalities. A bit less though, and it only supports around 50 or 60 file formats, so nothing compared to Subtitle Edit. but I like it. It's a good starter tool and it's free to use. So whenever you want to just see if subtitling is for you, it's definitely a great tool to use. Yeah, I would put that in B. I would put that in B behind Amara. Next up, we have this little parrot, and that's actually a tool I've never used before. I was surprised it was on the top 10 list. I had to look up a bit about reviews about it, and I tried it out myself. It's called Jubler. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, but it's quite cool. It's free as well. It's cross-platform. It supports multiple formats. The interface looks very clean. I like what it looks like. It's easy. The tool is super lightweight on the hard drive, so no big installation problems like with some CAD tools. The only thing that it doesn't have is like advanced features, so it's really a basic editor, right? Maybe it's not for professional use. Maybe if you're really just getting into it, or if you have one or two projects once in a while that you need an SRT file, subtitling file for it, especially since it's free. But I've also read quite a few reviews that it's quite buggy and sometimes just closes completely. By the way, with Subtitle Edit, I want to mention that it has continuous updates, and I really recommend to do these updates, because once I hadn't done it for a while, and suddenly it started crashing a few times. So definitely keep always up to date. With this Jubler, I put it down to D. I mean, this is similar to these content creator ones. For me, I would never use it, but it's a nice free tool that is available for everyone. So why not? Next up is Descript. Descript is an AI tool that does automatic transcription and subtitling, and then it's also an editor included. I've seen people using it now more and more for automated subtitles. I do often videos that are in Swiss German, and I subtitle them in High German or vice versa, and there is no way that automation works in that language combination, which is good for me, right? So that's why I've never actually used AI transcription or AI subtitling in that sense. I've checked Descript, and it has a limited version, a free version as well, which is very limited apparently. The paid version starts at $12 a month, which is okay. I think that's like my upper limit for a subtitling tool per month. You know, now it's all subscription based, would be around $10 to $12, and almost all of them are more than that, except for Descript, and it seems to be quite powerful for the price, so that's a positive. You can also do video editing in it, so that's again, I think we had it in Kapwing, so that's great. It's quite complex to work around it, but it has a lot of YouTube videos with instructions and tutorials, so that shouldn't be a problem. It has quite limited export formats in the free plan. So again, the free plan is limited. If you use Descript, I would recommend to use the paid version, also because you're using AI tools, and then you never know with the copyright, right? So definitely, if you go for that, pay for it. I would put that just slightly above all the content creation tools. So I will put it at the bottom of C. And the last of the 10, we have Aegisub. Aegisub has been around forever. It has been one of the tools that we used at university. I've always heard people use it, and I've also actually used it for a while before I used Subtitle Edit professionally. It's a free tool. It's open sourced. It's a subtitle editor, and it's very known for its typesetting and subtitling capabilities. Unfortunately, nowadays the interface is quite outdated. It really looks like it has been around for a while, right? So that's also a reason why I switched. It's not as powerful as some of my top 3 there, but it's somewhere in the C. Nowadays, I would prefer Caption Hub and Oona over it, so I would probably slot it right here above Descript. There you go. These are my top 10. As you can see, none in E. I don't dislike any of these tools. There are some that I really dislike that would be in E, but they're not the top 10 most popular for a reason, right? I would definitely recommend Subtitle Edit, Amara, and Subtitle Workshop, and Caption Hub and Oona are anyways nowadays so popular that you will encounter them if you want to go into that industry. And then there are a lot of companies that have their internal subtitle editors as well that are not publicly available, but they all work on the based on the same idea, the same construct. If you're interested in the subtitling workflow, actually I made 2 videos on that. One was a Subtitle 101, I'm going to link it here, and then I think I also made one about my subtitling workflow in general. I'm going to link it also up here. So there are 2 more videos on subtitling if you want to deep dive into that topic. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I see you next Monday with another episode. Bye-bye.